So how to use a brick saw. Basically the first thing to do is safety wise. You can see the lead here. This needs to be plugged into the orange safety box. So you always want to have the kill switch safety box plugged in at the house, and then this lead runs off into that safety box lead. Now you always also want to have this lead, as we've got it here, suspended in the air. You never ever want this in the water, anywhere near the water. So ideally like that, even better if you can do, kind of angle it so this part of the lead is actually up, because when you get water and stuff coming off the brick saw, you obviously don't want it running down onto your lead like that. So you want to be sort of trying to secure it up as far as you can. So either on a tree or pole or whatever. And then basically with the saw itself, you've got your hose attachment which goes in the back here. Put that in there, turn the hose on, and then you can turn it on and off here. So you've got the pressure of the hose always on, you just turn that on and off there. Turn it on just probably like halfway. You don't want it blasting out at you, but you don't want not enough. Just enough to hold the dust down and kind of keep the blade cool. And then basically, the other thing you want to do is set up the brick saw so you've got it on a very slight incline so that your water's running out the hole into the bucket. You don't want it obviously coming this way because all the water's going to come back down there. And you don't want it really, really steep, because every time you put something on this tray, if it's really steep, the tray's just going to run away from you and keep going forward all the time, which makes it really hard to use. So ideally, if you've got to just take the time when you're first setting up the job, get some blocks underneath that bottom rail there, and set it up so it's nice and flat and stable, easy to use, because most of the time on the job we're going to be cutting a fair few pavers, so it's worth taking a good 10 minutes to set it up properly. And then really it's a matter of PPE gear, safety glasses, earmuffs, because this thing's very loud, and this little guy here actually does put the water on and off, but we generally just turn it on and off down there when we need it, and then leave it on while you're cutting, and then as soon as you finish cutting for a while, just turn it off. And then you need to hook on the back of this guy here, hooks onto there, as you can see. Just a little new clip that goes through there, and that gives you a little foot pedal which puts this arm up and down, which leaves both your hands free for other operations. And then you basically line up. What I often do is, while I've got it off, actually line up with your mark on your paver that you put on with a magic marker most of the time. Line that up there, and the brick saw should run square. So most of the time if you're just doing a square cut, you just need to mark one end. Line it up with that. You wanted to move the paver around, as I say, with it off is obviously always ideal. And then line it up, turn it on. The on-off switch is up here. Turn the blade on and the water on, and cut away. When you're cutting, don't pull down really hard on it. You know, let the blade do the work. If you feel like it's really labouring hard, lift it up a little bit and don't pull down so hard on it, because if you yank down really hard on it, that's when you overload it and blow the fuse. And then yeah, earmuffs on, eyeglasses on, and cut away. So that's it.